This segment sponsored by McKibben Law. My next guest helps injured people become whole. I'm really excited to speak with Jennifer McKibben, who is the owner and founder of McKibben Law Firm. Hi, Jennifer.
Hey, how are you doing today, Jessica?
Welcome. Thank you. So the topic of matter is injured folks needing help. Where do they go? They come see you.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yes. So share with us about your services in your law firm.
Sure. So I've helped personal injured people here in Fort Wayne for about 17 years now.
Oh, wow.
But I recently went out on my own, and I'm owner and co-founder of McKibben Law. And my goal is to make the process easier for people so that when they actually get injured and go through some of these trying times in their lives, when they can't pay their bills and when they can't go to work and they can't walk down the stairs, I do my best to make sure that I do what I can do to make their lives easier by dealing with the insurance companies that everyone thinks is going to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And they never do.
Right. And so you mentioned the extensive experience that you have practicing law in this city in particular, but you started your new firm September of last year. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Female-owned business, which is incredible. And so what do you feel is your specific goals with starting your own branch and really helping people in a more personal way?
So two big things for me. Number one is I want to make sure that what I want to do on a particular case and for a particular person is done.
Yeah.
And number two, I don't want people to feel like they're in a mill of other cases. I want them to feel personalized care from me, not just, the end result that's going to happen. We know that's going to happen at some point.
Right.
But the day-to-day, I think, is really important for people who are going through something like this. And wrongful death cases as well.
Yes.
Those are really tough for families, and they're tough as attorneys to deal with. But I think it's really important to stay connected with those people, and I try to do that.
Yes. And it is such an important subject because as people are trying to figure out what is the next best step for them and their families, sometimes they feel like I need to fight these insurance companies on my own. I don't have the resources for an attorney, but you kind of break it down in a different way so they don't have to worry about so much the cost, but really the help that you provide.
Yeah, another two things that are really important about what you said, Jessica, is number one, people sometimes are like, hesitant to go to a personal injury attorney. Sometimes we have a bad rap, ambulance chasers, but that's not what is going on. We're the people who actually fight the insurance companies and get compensation for people that they truly deserve. And the second part and the most important part of it is that we do not take money from clients up front. You don't. You can come to me. It's free for a consultation, and honestly, I'll help you get through some stuff, even if I'm not hired. But then our fees only come out at the end if there's a result. That means you got to rely on me to get this done, and so that's my job. And right now I'm offering a promotion for new clients who come sometime between now and June of 2023, June 30th of 2023. Most attorneys in the area, and typically I do charge a third of any recovery, and sometimes even 40 or 50%. And I'm going to knock that down by 5%, down to 28% for any new client that trusts in me to do the job, and I promise I'll do it right.
Yes, yes. I love that. I love that so much. And let's dive deeper into the personal injury side. What does that entail? I mean, what type of accidents, what type of people will fall under this? Is this workers' comp? Is this accident in a personal setting, at home, at a business? Share more with me, please.
I appreciate that. That's a really good question. So, because you get different calls from different people, and I handle any type of injury for anyone. So, whether if you fall at your house, I mean, we can't recover for that unless you live somewhere where there's a landlord. But falling out in public, slip and falls outside on ice, government buildings, slip and falls, trip and falls inside places, car crashes. I particularly really like to do semi-truck crashes. I've had some pretty extensive experience in those, unfortunately, for the people who I worked for. But pretty much any type of injury where someone else did something wrong or they could have prevented it, that's something that I do.
You know, and I appreciate the way that you broke it down. And thank you so much, Jennifer, for
Yes.
coming in and sharing this information. It was a pleasure to meet you. If you would like more information about Jennifer McKibben's law firm, we will have the website listed below, and you can contact them to ask your questions, and we'll be right back. This segment sponsored by McKibben Law.